In this week's episode from our Portuguese farm, we get cracking with some of the interior finishes in our stone house renovation, indulging in allowing ourselves to imagine how this little home will look and feel when we finally move in. We need a banister, but with a typical newbie flair, and the bathroom starts to look pretty much finished.
We are very much nearly there with it.
Elsewhere on the farm, our little world is busying itself with projects of their own, with some new arrivals and foundations for what we hope will be a long and happy future. Please remember to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It's completely free and we have got so much more to share.
We're going to build a banister today. What I'd love to do before we start polishing up these floors that are looking a bit grubby at the moment is just fit a banister. We had some sort of banister system here before, but it wasn't quite what we were looking for. It was a bit flimsy, it kind of went around the corner here and it just didn't look very good. So let me take my glasses off. I feel a bit funny wearing those glasses still. I've got these oak boards right here. They're 40 centimetres wide, but the general idea is instead of having a standard banister here, you know, with the spindles, I was thinking I'd put a bookshelf in this corner, up like this, up against the wall. I've got loads and loads of books from past life when I had time to sit down and read a book, so they'll look really, really great there. It'll just give this whole stairwell a little bit less of this echoey feel and a bit more of a softer feel. I can see a nice big picture up on that wall too, maybe another one there. I'm hoping, really, really hoping, that it's not going to be a very long job. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do it in half a day, maybe a day. I'm going to keep it really simple, just going to crack on with it. So let's see where those boards get us to, and hopefully they're not too dry and too gnarly to work with. Glasses back on for this one. So, what have we got? Did it say Google said 86 to 94 centimetres for the banister. What we got there, we've got 52 centimetres plus 40. So, if I put a board literally on its side down there, that's another challenge, isn't it? Oh no, that's just mine. No, that is another challenge. 27 centimetres. 27 centimetres? 29 centimetres. Okay. Okay, as always, I don't really have very much of a plan about how to do this. I haven't drawn anything. I haven't got any sketches. I've got a vague idea in my head, so we're just going to be making it up as we go along, I think. Typical. But I think that's probably going to be the best way to do it. So the first thing I think I'm going to want to do is, right, I'm thinking out loud with you guys. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a base down here. That's number one, right? Number two, I'm going to frame off from here and up the side here. That's number two. Number three, backboard. Number four, a bottom backboard. Number four, sideboard. Okay, look, let's just crack on and see where we get to. I'm going to need a sharp pencil for this one. And I'm going to need my circular saw. Let's do it now. We're going to want a piece of wood. Starts at 27.5. Straight line to 29. Let's find a piece of wood first so we can draw it or we can measure. This one's the bottom one. So I'm going to go with the worst piece of wood that we've got because it's going to have books on it. I'm not really going to see it. That one looks okay unless it's got scars on it. No, that looks good. This one's got horrible scars on it, look. Right there, so that would be a good down piece of wood. It's also very, very bent. I don't know if you guys can see that down the line. Let's have a look. There you go, look. There's a bend to the right. And if you look down this board like this, you'll see it just doesn't look very good. So to me, bent pieces of wood like this, they should either be discounted or taken off the shelves altogether. It's not fair for people trying to build who don't know, and they just pick up a board and they take it home. Maybe somebody's going to try and build a door out of that. That'd be a right cock up. Anyway, enough ranting about that. One of my pets, 27.5, 29. Alright, so 27.5. That means that this is going to be at the back and that's going to be at the front. We can get a better finish, I think, if we start looking at. You can do these little projects quite a bit. Okay, now I think it's time to look at these boards. That's a very tight fit. Okay, that will go there. And this will go on top, like that. Is that more? 93 centimetres, folks. 93 centimetres.
I've got an important job to do, which I'm slightly nervous about, but I'm going to tackle it head on and be brave. I need to put on my bee suit and go down and check on the bees and just get a little bit up close with them. Diogo's not here, so I'm doing it all by myself. And I just need to go and open up the bottom of the hive, check how their food store is doing, and also to see if I can get any idea of whether or not they're starting to build the foundations of their new home. It's pretty exciting. So I thought I'd bring you guys along with me for the ride, and hopefully all goes smoothly. I'm really so excited about this beekeeping journey. I've bought a book, The Beekeeper's Bible, and I'm on the hunt for any beekeeping courses I can do in the area. Obviously it's a bit of a challenge in Portugal because they need to be in English, and I think they kind of look to me like they're a bit seasonal, so they sort of happen in the spring. So I may have missed it for this year, but I'm going to have a chat to Diogo and see what he reckons. Perhaps there is one kicking about that I can jump on, because I would just love to learn more. And if we could get to a place where kind of, Diogo is there to help, but we can manage it on our own without kind of having to bother him too much, that would be, pretty cool. So anyway, let's get our beekeeping suit on and then head on down there and see what's going on. You can hear Joao strumming in the background. He's tidying up so much of the farm at the moment. He's just kind of getting ready for fire season and making sure that everything's nice and clean. let's do it. I'm all hooded up, probably a little bit too early, but you know, it's just easy. I don't have to do it when I get to the bottom again. I have also, very excitingly, bought Crusoe a beekeeping suit on Diogo's recommendation, which I can't wait to get him in it and take him down there and get him to experience what it is. You know, what an incredible thing to expose a child to. And it, you know, it just opens the door to so many possibilities for his future. It's so exciting. So watch this space for Crusoe beekeeping. It'll be epic. He will absolutely love it. He is obsessed with bugs at the moment and just wants to kind of be up close and personal with everything. We've actually dropped them off today for their first day at kind of a summer forest school. So I'm excited to see how that all goes. They're building bug hotels this week and going to be spending lots and lots of time outside with other kids and having a lot of fun. So they'll be loving that, I'm sure. Anyway, I can see the bees going in and out the hive all the way from here. So let's go and say hi, shall we? I actually just had to pause for a second there just to take a breath. I am a little bit nervous and I don't want to take a kind of nervous energy in there, so I'm just trying to ground a bit. Remain calm. Felt totally cool when Diogo was here. It's no different, even though I'm on my own. My plan is, at the bottom of the hive are 3 buckets, and in one of those buckets Diogo puts a pack of kind of starter bee food, if you will. I think it's like a sugar paste. Just so that they had something, since we'd taken all of their frames away and all of their food stores, we just wanted to give them something to kind of help them out. So Diogo just wants me to go down and check to see how much of that is still left, whether or not he needs to come and bring more, and also to get a sense of how they're establishing. Are they starting to build frames inside the hive, and how's it all looking? I'm going to keep you guys on the tripod. We'll wander down there and see how it goes. Be brave. Think big, explore, folks. Living the mantra. That's all we're doing here. We're living the mantra. I'm first going to head on in there and do the checks I want to do with you guys on the tripod. And depending on how all that goes, I'll get the camera up a bit closer for you. I just think priority needs to be just checking on these guys, making sure they're all okay. Show you. Lots of food. So that's good news. I'm going to stick the camera up, see if you guys can see what's going on in the hive. And then let's have a look in here. Right, I can't actually see that, so I'm going to close the hive up. Don't want to disturb them, and have a look afterwards and see what we can see going on inside the hive. Be back with you shortly, folks. Whew. Okay, as you guys have already seen, that's really hard to tell what's going on in there, if anything at all. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, because they're very relaxed. They're just totally chilled. There wasn't any sort of, well, there was hardly even a reaction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the bucket that doesn't have the food in it and see if I can get the camera in a bit further. Feel a bit braver now, and less worried about everything. So I'll do that, and we will stick you back up and see if you can see a bit more. Don't see much going on, but fingers crossed there is. And actually, something to note is that after we had put this video together and we shared it with the guys from Hive, we realised that we had assembled the hive too close to the ground. So they are sending us a pole that's going to extend the height, which would make this kind of checking a whole lot easier. It also protects the bees from any ground moisture and gives them a clearer flight path in and out of the hive. We have cleared around really extensively to make sure there isn't any grass kind of hindering them with moisture and stuff. But yeah, it's better that it's a bit higher. So we'll get that sorted out in the next couple of weeks as soon as that post arrives. And then this, as I say, will just be so much easier. Right, I'm going back in. Oh gosh, having had a look at that shot, it's really hard to have got the angle right because you can't really see what I'm doing. So anyway, there's a lot of bees at the top of the hive. Let's hope that they're starting, you know, that they've got kind of wax starting up the top there and they're getting things going. I think Diogo's going to be back in the next few days to fetch his hives. So I'll send him a couple of messages now, see what he reckons, and we can go from there. I'll keep you posted. So I sent that all off to Diogo and he actually sent me back down again. Got re-suited and booted to come and check with a torch to see what was going on. So took my handy little light down and stuck the camera back in, and I think we can see the start of the foundations of the wax. I've just sent the clips off to Diogo. We'll wait to hear back from him to find out whether or not we have got the start of a successful hive. Fingers crossed.
All these funky shapes we've had to go around there. That's nice. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to glue as well. I think that's the only way to make it really strong. Oh, we're done.
10-minute call.
10-minute call, okay. We're going swimming in 10 minutes.
That good?
That's great. It's hot today, eh?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
To be continued tomorrow. I'm going for a swim.
Dead or
No, they're not now. We're going to leave them to sleep. I want to hold it.
Okay, so sadly it looks like we've had one chick who's been sat on by the mum. Doesn't it?
Yep.
I don't think that one's still with us, but we're leaving it there for the moment just to see. And we've got one little baby so far.
And the other one's coming.
Fresh, that's literally hatched this morning. It's still wet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well done, the chicken midwife.
Really nicely. Nice.
Good morning, folks. We've woken up to a really cloudy, look at this, grey, drippy day. Kind of at the end of June. I don't understand it. It's all so weird. This is not the summers that we're used to at all. But anyway, it makes a nice change from the cold, so I suppose we shouldn't complain, and you know, who doesn't need more water? Anyway, I am back in this house this morning with one last very exciting job. When we left the UK, we brought boxes of John's books with us, and they have been sitting in boxes for 3 years, and it's finally time to unpack them. It may seem a bit premature because we've still got to paint and stuff, but we figured we're going to have to cover the bookcase anyway when we paint. And this is one of those things that really makes a house feel like a home, doesn't it? Because it's your stuff, it's your books, and it's your kind of your life story, if you will. So I am going to busy myself out. I could hear a drip. I thought it was leaking, but it's not leaking. Nobody panic. John's just taking the boys off to their little forest school for the day, and I am going to unpack these boxes while he's away and see what he thinks when he gets back. See what's in them and take you through the journey of TheNewbys reading history. Douglas Copeland, Miss Wyoming. I'm interested to know, does anybody read proper books anymore? I'm a Kindle fan, and I do love my Kindle, so I wouldn't have it any other way. But I look at books like this, and I know that we're going to have a full bookshelf of books, and then I know that we're never going to look at them. Well, I'm never going to come and dig a book off the shelf. Well, maybe, I won't say never, but unlikely to. Because I'm so used to now having my Kindle, reading just before bed. But anyway, as long as you're reading, isn't it? I read every single day, and I didn't read for 3 years, basically, after I had Crusoe. It's just so exhausted, but I've started reading again, and I'm absolutely loving it. So if anybody's got some good book recommendations for me, I would be so grateful. I'm currently reading The Fourth Wing, which is this new kind of fantasy, they say Hunger Games meets 50 Shades of Grey. So we'll see what that's all about. Sounds intriguing. Round finds, I know he's one of John's heroes. What we also do with our bookcases is always put a few kind of travel trinkets and stuff along them, which is such a nice kind of addition. So I've got a box of those in the tiny house who've been waiting for a home, and a few treasures in the knot garage that have also been looking for their final resting place, if you will. So we're going to dig those out. But that looks so nice, doesn't it? And the smell of books is just amazing. So now time to go and find some trinkets just to liven it up a bit. But I know that there's a couple of really cool bottles that were left here when we first moved onto the farm, which, there they are, which I've kind of left on the edge of the adega, waiting for somewhere to put them where I know that they're going to be safe. So I think this could be the spot. So let's dig them out. Give them a good wash and then get them into place. Something has just occurred to me which I'm really excited about, because something really, really special. When my aunt and uncle came to stay last Christmas, my uncle brought to me something of a family heirloom, if you will. He had noticed on the videos how much Sawyer loves rocks, and Sawyer went through a real phase of just loving picking up rocks and carrying them around. Now, my granddad on my dad's side was a rock collector. He used to collect rare rocks from around the world, and he had the most incredible cupboard with rocks in it that he had collected over his life. And we were fascinated by it as kids. Like, he had some that looked like cotton wool and things that looked like fluff, and incredible big rubies, and all of these stone eggs. My uncle very sweetly brought us 3 stone eggs for Sawyer as his Christmas present. There's something for him to have that used to be my grandfather's. And I'm just digging them out because I think that they should go on the shelf. Out of reach of little people. And if I find a washer in the knot garage, they can just sit on a washer.
Golden days drifting far away, light is leaving town, colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time, darling, stay for a little longer while I hold time will wait. So just rest your head upon my shoulder. Nothing in our way is colder, but the day's not over yet. Summer nights, watch them go by.
Right, I think that's it for in here.
As we fight.
I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to let John come and finish off when he gets home, because I know he loves this as well. He loves putting bookshelves and stuff together. But that looks so brilliant. It just starts to feel like it's a little home now, you know? And that's so exciting. Anyway, I better go and find something else to do with my time. So thank you so much for spending your time with us. It means the world to us, and we're just so grateful, because it means that we can keep doing this and we can keep putting these videos together and living the life we're living, and we're so grateful for all of it. So thank you. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It's completely free and you can be a part of our community. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. Maybe you spotted a book that you enjoyed particularly on our shelf. We would love to hear. So please let us know, and we will see you next time, folks. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.